start with our feet, spread them out. We're just going to get hands in, then out. Nice, good flow. And we're going to just slowly come out and work our way up to your head. And then come back. We're going to do that 3 more times. And relax. Okay, starting with our legs, we're going to do a nice, bigger feet. I need you to chair right behind. And relax to the other side. And relax even our arms up, side to side. relaxing. We're going to bend our arm, our leg. Our leg, we're going to swoop down, circle all the way back behind us. Rotate this other arm, bend that knee, swoop all the way behind us. Rotate and switch. And just relax. We're just going to do a nice circle. And then you can roll your head. And the other way. And then back into the center. Bring your arms together. We're going to bring our hands up over our head. Relaxing our stomach, focusing our fingers, focusing on the front. Try to make sure you're balanced, that you roll your feet back and forth a little bit. Make sure your weight is in the center. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in. And exhale. Take the deep breath in. And exhale. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Once again, checking your feet, making sure you're in the center, that your hips are nice, relaxed, your weight is in the center, bend your knees a little if you want to. This time we're going to breathe in, and then we're going to tilt to the left. Breathing in, tilting to the left, going into crescent moon, relaxing that neck, letting that body relax, holding that breath. Coming back into the center of the exhale. Inhale again. Tilting to the other side. And exhale back to the center. This time we're going to inhale, we're going to twist to the left, inhaling. Twist to the left, looking over your shoulder. Exhale back to the center. Inhale. Tilt to the left, twist to the left, re-right. Exhale to the center. Okay, this time we're going to inhale, we're going to tilt back. Inhale, looking back. Exhale to the center. Inhale, bring your hands down to prayer, pushing them up into palms. And then we're going to move to the left, the hands, chin to the right. Exhale back to the center. Chin to the left, hands to the right. Exhale back to the center. Once again, looking down, nodding down towards your hand. Inhaling, bring your hands straight back up to the sky. And exhale, putting your fingers back into the focus pose if you want to. We're going to do that sequence again, starting with tilting to the left, crescent moon, inhaling, and tilt. Exhale, back up. Inhale, tilt. Exhale, back up. Inhale, twist to the left. Looking over your shoulder. Exhale, back to the center. Inhale, up. Tilting to the, twisting to the right, looking over your shoulder. Exhale, back to the center. Inhale, and look up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, bring your hands down to prayer. Inhale, move left hand, left over the left armpit, head to right armpit. Exhale, back to the center. Inhale, opposite direction. Back to the center. Look down. And then inhale, bring hand back up to the sky. And exhale, bring hands all the way down behind you. You're going to go into a forward fold. Bring your hands around and let them drop in front of you. And then inhale, twist to the right. Exhale, back to the center. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, back to the center. Bend your knees and go into a flat back. So you're flat in your back. And then curve your back into basically a cat. And then roll all the way back up, bringing your hands up to the sky. Once again, we're going to bring our hands down to our side, wrap them around, go to the back, folding forward, dropping them down to the ground, holding, and then inhale to the right, twist. Exhale to the center. Inhale, twist. Exhale, back to the center. Inhale, going into a flat back with hands on your knees. And exhale. Inhale, go in to cat. And then exhale, bring your hands all the way up over your head. And relaxing them now back down to your side. We're going to step up into triangle. Bring our hands up. We're going to inhale and we're going to twist to the right, looking over our shoulder at our finger, leaving our hands where they are. Exhale, back out. Inhale, twist to the other side, looking at our finger. Exhale, back. Inhale, we're going to twist again, but this time we're going to look behind us. The direction, back to the center. Inhale, twist to the other side, again looking behind us. Back to the center. Inhale, take a right hand to left foot. Bring in the other hand, make sure your hand is turned towards the wall. Exhale, back up. Inhale, twist left to right. Make sure that hand is facing the wall. Come back up. Inhale, touch both toes. Exhale, come back up. Inhale, bring those hands both into the center. Exhale, back up. Bring your hands back in triangle. We're going into a nice warrior two. Holding that pose. And on the inhale, we're going to take our left hand, we're going to drop it to our knee. Look up at our hand. And then exhale. Inhale, bring it up over our ear. Come up into warrior one. And then step forward. Step back into warrior two. With the opposite leg. Bring that arm down that with the knee that's bent. Look up at your hand. Bring that hand over your ear. Come up into warrior one. And step forward. Okay, we're going to go down into a nice squat. If you can go easily, bring your hands up into prayer. And bring your hands down. And you're going to hop back into downward dog. And then we're just going to pedal. So hang out here and just pedal. Back and forth. And then bringing those knees down, coming into table. We're going to take our left arm, raise it up, and bounce it next to our ear. Exhale down. Inhale, bring the other arm up. Exhale down. Inhale, bring the right foot up. Flex that toes. Exhale down. Inhale, bring the left up. Flex that toe. Inhale down. Now you're going to do the right arm, left leg. Bring them up. So you're stretching all the way through your fingertips and your feet. And relax down. Switch over to the other side. And bring them down. We're going to slowly roll up onto our knees. And you can sit easy pose if you want to. Bring our hands out. You're going to cross them over, bend, and level up. And we're doing eagle pose. We're just going to rest here and relax. Close your eyes. Allow yourself to rest. And relax out. Bring our arms across, other direction. And relax out. Bringing our knees down and putting them in front of us. We're going to just sit up in a nice, easy pose. Close your eyes, and we're just going to rest for a minute. I want you to focus on your breathing, focus on stretching those legs, focusing on flexing those toes, making sure all those little toes are flexed, that the arch of your foot is flexed. You're feeling it in your hamstring. As you breathe, you can bring your hands forward a little bit. But when you feel any discomfort, you back up a little and just rest. You're not supposed to be in pain. We're just going to sit here and slowly stretch our body, allowing it to rest after the end of the day. Your brain starts to wander, you start thinking about things, so you can focus on your breath and focus on your heartbeat. Come back into your body. And slowly come out. And we're going to bend our knee. Same thing, focus sitting up straight, focusing on our breathing, flexing our toes, making sure that this leg is nice and down. So you may need to add a little pressure to it. And once again, you're slowly focusing on breathing in and out. And you can place your hand as it goes a little further down. The main thing is you're focused on everything being stretched. Your toes, your hip, your fingers, just relaxing into that pose and into that sensation of being stretched. and up, up. And we're going to switch to the other side. Stop sitting straight up, flexing our toes, making sure that this hip is down, and then we're going to slowly slide towards that toe. Slowly coming up, bringing our knees, bringing our feet together. We're going in the butterfly, sitting straight up. And we're going to just slowly go forward, bringing our chin up. So we find that spot, we just hang out there. Slowly allow our chin to go up and over our feet as we use our elbows to press down our legs. And then slowly come back up. All right, so we're going to bring our knees up, bring our hands behind us, and we're going to put our booty to our feet. And tuck our chin in, stretching those arms. And bringing our hands to our hips, we're going to roll down, and then we're going to spread our legs out just a little bit so our feet are a little bit out towards the edge of our hips. And then we're going to lift up our booty, and we're going to kind of roll up in our shoulder blades, go into bridge. Pushing into bridge. And then rolling back in. We're going to bring our hands out to the side, drop our knees to one side, and our head to the other. Bringing our knees up. Now rotate them to the other side. Bring our knees up. We're going to take our right leg and bring it up to our chest. Grab a hold of it with our hands and push down on your chest. Flex our toe. Then we're going to push it straight up into the sky, holding up behind our legs, still flexing that toe. Bringing that foot down to our left knee and press out into forward. Doing a nice big hip. And then bring that knee over the left knee so that you're crossed over. And you're going to lift up the left leg, wrap your arm around, and stretch. Make sure those toes are flexed. And relax down. Taking our left knee, bringing it up to our chest, flexing our toe. Flexing it straight up into the ceiling, holding behind the leg. Bringing that foot down onto the knee and press out into figure four. Crossing that leg all the way over the other leg, lifting up and stretching. Sure to flex those toes. And relax, bringing both knees down, grabbing your hands onto your feet, pushing up into goddess pose, rocking leg, just rocking back and forth. And then bringing those knees down, going into corpse pose, relaxing down into the pose. I want you to slowly close your eyes. Focus on your breathing. Placing one hand over your heart, the other one onto your stomach. As you breathe in and out, I want you to start with the top of your head. And I want you to squeeze your eyes and then release. Squeeze them as tight as possible and then release. As tight as possible and release. Now I want you to focus your nose and I want you to do like Bewitched. I want you to cast a spell that gives you good luck. Just cast that spell for good luck. Just keep twitching that nose, casting that spell. Twisting and casting. And then I want you to focus on your shoulder blades. I want you to press them down into the mat and then release. Press them down into the mat and then release. Press them down into the mat and then release. And then focusing on your forearm. I want you to push your forearms down into the mat and then release. Press your forearms down into the mat and release. Press your forearms down into the mat and then release. Then focusing on your diaphragm. Push your back into the mat and then release. Push your back into the mat and then release. Push your back down into the mat and then release. Push your back down into the mat and then release. Push your back down into the mat and then release. Now focusing on your glutes. I want you to squeeze your glutes into the ground and then release. Squeeze those glutes down into the ground and then release. Squeeze those glutes down into the ground and then release. Squeeze those glutes down into the ground and then release. Then I want you to focus on your hamstrings. Press them down into the mat and then release. Press them down into the mat and then release. Press them down in the mat and then release. Press them down into the mat and then release. Focusing on your calves. Press them down into the mat and then release. Press them down into the mat and then release. Press them down in the mat and then release. Press them down in the mat and then release. Focusing on your ankles. Push those ankles into the mat and then release. Push those ankles into the mat and then release. Push those ankles into the mat and then release. Focusing on your toes. Point those toes, force them down towards the ground and then release. Point those toes, try to get them down into the ground and then release. Point those toes, try to get them down into the ground and then release. Point those toes and try to get them down into the ground and then release.
And I want you to squeeze your whole body as tight as possible and then release. Squeeze the whole body as tight as possible and then release. Squeeze the whole body as tight as possible and then release. Last time, squeeze that body as tight as possible. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and release. And then breathing in and out of your mouth. I want you to focus on your heartbeat. Focus on your breath. And allow your mind to rest. Any tension that you may have, to release it. By focusing your breath there, flowing into that tension and relaxing. As you lay here, I want you to think about all the times that you felt really stressed, and then you just took a nice deep breath. Maybe you drank a cup of coffee or some tea or talked to a friend, and you felt all that tension just melt away. I want you to just remember that sensation as you lay here and allow yourself to rest. I want you to slowly come back into your body with your breath, breathing in and exhale. Breathe in and exhale. Breathe in and exhale. And slowly move your toes around in a circle. Slowly move your fingers. Move your wrists and your ankles. And then bring your knees up to your chest. Grab a hold of them and do a nice back and forth. Just rocking back and forth. And then slowly bringing one arm up. I want you to slowly rotate over into easy pose. Sitting up. Once you get into easy pose, just circle your neck around. Circle around the other way. And then I want you to slowly twist side to side. And then slowly bringing your body down and then rolling back up. Gently bringing it down and roll up. Nice and slow. Coming all the way up. I want you to bring your hands to your side, breathing in, bring your hands up over your head. And then exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last time, inhale up. Bring your hands into prayer. Namaste. Just relax.